The next thing that we're going to talk about is adding different effects such as delay, reverb, and chorus. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a couple auxiliary input tracks. So let's go up to Track, select New, and we're going to create 3 stereo auxiliary input tracks. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to name them according to what effect we're going to put on them. The first one, we'll name it Reverb. The second one, we'll name it Delay. And the third one, we'll name it Chorus. Now after we do that, we're going to add the correct plugins to the auxiliary input tracks that we specified. So the first one, let's go up and we're going to add a reverb plugin. The next one, we're going to add a delay plugin. And the third one, we're going to add a chorus plugin. After we've added the plugins, all we have to do is go to our mix window and change the inputs of each of our auxiliary input tracks to a bus. That way what we can do is route these plugins through the send selectors of the different channels, and we can now instantly have reverb, delay, chorus, or any other kind of effect that you've placed on your auxiliary input through to any track. So let's do this. What we're going to do is we're going to change the input of each of our auxiliary tracks to a bus. Let's make the reverb bus 1 and 2. We'll make the delay bus 3 and 4, and then finally we'll make the chorus 5 and 6. After we finish that, all we need to do is figure out what track we want to route the different effects to, and we're going to click on our Send Selector and we're going to change that to whatever bus that we've selected for the different plugins. So if we want the reverb, then we're going to change the Send Selector to bus 1 and 2. If we want the chorus, then we're going to change it to 5 and 6. To better understand what I'm talking about, let me import some session data that has a couple tracks on it. And that way we can start to add some of these delays, choruses, reverbs, so we can better understand how to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to File, and I'm going to click on Import Session Data. I'm going to find the folder. I'm going to import the tempo, as well as import all of the audio tracks that are in this session. Then I'm going to hit OK. Cool, so now we got some stuff to play with. So let's try this. Let's add some reverb to AC1. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the mix window, we're going to click on our Send Selector, and we're going to select bus 1 and 2. Right when I hit the play button, you can start to see that the acoustic guitar is now playing with reverb. One side note is that if you note that when I click on the solo button for any of my audio tracks, is that the reverb, any of the effects, they stop working. The reason that is because when we hit the solo button, it only solos that track. Now, if you want it to solo with the effects, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to scroll your mouse over the solo button for the auxiliary input tracks. And if you have a Mac, you're going to Command click, or if you have a PC, you're going to Control click on it. You can see that when I do that, the solo button now becomes dark gray. So now if I solo one of my audio tracks, the reverb, delay, any of those things are still working. Now what we're going to do is, now let's add some chorus to the AC solo. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the Send Selector, and I'm going to select bus 5 and 6, because that is the bus that I have programmed to be chorus. And again, when I hit play, you can hear the chorus working. Now, if I wanted to go a step further, I can actually rename these buses. And how you do that is you're going to go up to Setup, you're going to click I/O, and then you're going to click Bus. You're going to find whatever bus that you've already selected or that you already know that you're going to select. And so what you can do is we can double click on bus 1 and 2, we can name it reverb, and I'm going to double click on bus 3 and 4, and I'm going to change that to delay, and then 5 and 6 I'm going to change to chorus. Then I'm going to hit OK, and you can see that when I go in and look at my mix window, that now the inputs have been changed to the bus names that I've specified. Now finally what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some delay to AC2. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my mix window, I'm going to click on my Send Selector for that channel, and I'm going to select delay. Now one of the key things that you got to remember is that whenever you create a send, the volume is already turned down, so you need to make sure that you turn the volume up, or else you're not going to be able to hear whatever plugin you're trying to use.